I just got off of the newest cruise ship sailing the ocean in the world. Can you really have a true VIP experience? Well, today we're going to be talking about all of the things. Thank you for joining us. Yes, I have all of the tea, and it's going to be a vibe, so keep on watching. All right, guys, so I am back from Star of the Seas, and today we're going to be doing a video all about how you can sail one of these mega icon class ships as a VIP. What does that mean, right? You can go on the internet and find the ship tours and the room tours and all the things, but you come here for the VIP scoop, and I have all of it for you today. So I got to sail on what's called an industry event. So if you're new here, my name's Cindy Williams, and what we do on this channel is really talk about everything: travel, fashion, luxury, all the things, and especially VIP travel experiences, because I've been doing this for 30 years, right? So I really like to spend my time doing the funnest, best possible things that are out there. And because I am a CEO in the travel industry, I get a lot of really cool opportunities, insights, and access to things that the public don't necessarily have access to. So if you're a travel advisor or thinking about being a travel agent, go check out our other main channel, the Cindy Williams channel, where we teach you all of that stuff about how to become a travel agent and do all the things. But for most of you tuning in here, I know why you're here. You're here for the VIP scoop on exactly what you need to know and kind of that like insider expertise, which we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to cover Star of the Seas, but I'm going to cover it from the VIP perspective. So typically our agency, and I do own and operate an agency as well, typically our clients are more looking for those VIP experiences. So whether they're going to a resort or they're going to charter a yacht in the Mediterranean, or they are sailing the Star of the Seas, they're looking for that something special and the things that are a little bit different. So it's starting in our kind of world, and kind of how I want to cover Star of the Seas with you guys is talking through 5 or 6 different things that I would really pick out for our VIP clients that I think you'll find interesting too. So first I'm going to talk about the suites, right? So if you have a VIP client, they're going to be traveling in what I call the suite life. And that's pretty common. If you haven't sailed Royal Caribbean before, you'll know that anything in a junior suite or above is considered suite class. I just refer to it as the suite life because that's pretty much all we book at our agency. If someone is sailing on one of these ships, we're really dialed in and focused on kind of the suite life because it gives you all of the extras and all of the amenities. But particularly for our VIPs, they're interested in the mega suites, the family suites, those rock star type accommodations that you cannot find anywhere else, or that are at the highest kind of exclusive level. So I had the opportunity to tour the ultimate family suite, which was so beautiful. It was really difficult to get video inside because there were so many people from the travel industry there making videos, taking photos, and just kind of touring and walking around and seeing all the things. But I'll put some footage in here while I'm talking. And what I really want to kind of share about kind of the suite life or these mega suites is it is an experience from the minute that you are on the ship. So if you're sailing and you're in one of these mega suite kind of accommodations, you're going to also have kind of that star level service. You're going to have what's called a royal genie who really takes care of everything that you need. So it's kind of like having your own butler on board. So not only are the accommodations just amazing, I mean, we're talking like your own movie room area where you're going to have a popcorn machine and all the things, a little game area for the kids. And this is particularly or specifically for the family suite, a common living room area, some kitchen type amenities. You can always have snackies and all the things, and then really fun creative areas for not everyone to sleep, but for the kids to really feel like, wow, this is so fun. And guys, yes, they have a slide from the 2nd floor down to the 1st floor that's pretty epic. One of my favorite things about these ultimate family suites is when you go up the stairs, you know the movie Big, where it's like he steps on the piano and it plays the noise. When you go up the stairs, up and down the stairs, it literally plays those piano notes, which I think is so fun. And also kind of a built-in alarm system. If your kids are on the 2nd floor, and they're up in the middle of the night, they're roaming around, right? And then outside on the balcony, you have these sweeping, epic, beautiful views. You have, of course, your own hot tub out there. Just anything that you could think of is in these suites. And then also having the Royal Genie service means you get priority everything. You get priority embarkation, you get priority dining if you want to go to one of the shows, you get these premier access areas, so you're getting preferred seating there. You can see any entertainment that you want to see. Also, what a lot of people don't know and what we'll arrange for our clients sometimes is before you even board the ship, you can have some communication with Royal Caribbean and through the team there at Royal Caribbean, so they can know your preferences on how to stock your fridge, do all the things. But above and beyond that, if you want some special things done, like let's say you want an ice cream party at 2:00 in the morning, they will come and set up the ice cream party in your suite. If you want to always have crackers and goat cheese and some grapes with your morning coffee, that can be arranged. Like there's nothing that's like over the top, right? It's like movie nights are a very common thing, like popcorn and all the movie snackies and all the things. They will come and set it up. It's like no dream is too big when you're in one of these VIP suites. Now, if you don't have kids, or you want more of kind of an elegant kind of suite, you can go in kind of the royal suites, which are less kid themed, but still have more space. A lot of times they'll have a piano right in the suite for you. Again, the sweeping views, the beautiful accommodations, just so well done, and giant spacious suites, again, with you having your veranda as well as having your own hot tub outside most of the time as well. Now, of course, consult with your certified travel professional, or if you are working through our agency, we will work with you on exactly what kind of the best fit is. But just know, if you are in this highest level class, it is a vibe, guys. It's true white glove service all the way through. So I want to cover also, because a lot of our clients, that are used to doing like private yachts, or they're doing like 3-week trips through Europe, like doing this type of vacation is like, are there going to be those luxury moments, and can I have those little spots where I can get away and do different things? And how do you make a VIP experience on one of these mega ships? It can be done, one, if you know the ship, but also what I'm going to kind of talk through are a couple things that I really feel like are the VIP like moments on these mega ships, particularly on the Star. So a couple more things to cover. On the Star, they have this new thing called the Lincoln Supper Club. So this is really cool. We got to tour it. It's kind of like, think of it like a supper club kind of concept with live music and kind of curated menus. And it doesn't seat that many people. It really has kind of like a Hollywood glam kind of vibe. It's very like, but with a little bit of kind of like a modern twist. So it's very vibey, definitely a luxe experience. And it's dinner and entertainment all in one. So it looked really cool. Like I would definitely try that if I was going back with my husband or with my family. That would be something that I would want to do for like a date night. I think that would be cool. So that would be one of the VIP experiences I would definitely put kind of to the top of the list. There's also the chef's table. And they didn't have that open for the preview event that I was attending, because sometimes they're doing samples at the restaurants, or they're booked out, or that service might not have been available yet. But most of these mega ships will also have chef's table. I love Royal Caribbean's chef table. It's normally the chef will come out and meet you. They'll talk to you about the different courses, how they were inspired, and it's a multi-course meal. And then of course you're pairing different wine with each of them. A lot of times the genies, you'll see them ushering the VIP families into the chef's table event, which is really cool as well. Now you also can have dinner served in your actual suite if you prefer that and you're a VIP and you don't want to be in a shared dining room or things like that. The VIPs are usually eating in their own, or they can go to Coastal Kitchen, which is only for those that are in suite class, or you can do something like Chef's Table or Lincoln Dinner Club, or any of the other dining like chops and things that are available on the ship, where it can feel a little more intimate and be kind of a first class meal, if that makes sense. But Chef's Table is great. We've done that a few times on different ships. I'm looking forward to doing that on the Star for sure. Now, a couple other VIP moments that I thought were really unique to the Star that I want to tell you about. The first one is they have this store called The Collection. And when the first day I got on the ship, so we were getting on, they have this beautiful pearl on the Royal Promenade. And I was like, wow, this is a vibe. This is really cool. And I'm walking past, and what do I catch with my eye but a mini Kelly 25? And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I catch a Dior, and then I see a vintage Chanel, and then I see a Kelly 28, right? I'm like, what is happening here? So at the collection, think about this as kind of an area where they have vintage bags for you to see, but also they have bags that are for sale. So for our VIP clients, I know they would find that very, very interesting. I went right back that night after we had to check in and get our bags and unpacked. But by the time I went back, the mini Kelly was already sold. I was like, oh, I wasn't going to buy it, but I wanted to see it up close, right? Just so like, oh, like what year is it? What color is it? And I missed my opportunity to do that because someone literally had already bought it, and that's how that kind of stuff goes. So after talking to them at the collection, I learned that they have a relationship with Fashion File, and Fashion File is actually the one that is providing the bags on board for the collection. So these are pre-loved bags, but a lot of them were hard to get or vintage. With Chanel, if it's before a certain year, it actually has the 24 karat gold on some of the CC locks and things like that. They had a Kelly 28, and I have had my eye on a Kelly 28. I don't have one, but I really, really want one. I'm saving for it for sure. I got to try on a Kelly 28, and it was so fun. So that was really cool. So I think my VIP clients would just love going in, seeing the different bags. And they even had an event there. I noticed they have an app for Royal Caribbean, so you can see the different things that are happening. And they had come by and see our vintage bags and learn a little bit about the history of the designers. And I loved that. So that would really be a fun one for my VIP clients for sure. So definitely check out the collection. Again, it's on the Royal Promenade Deck 5. Now, after you go to the collection and wifey checks out all the bags, maybe your spouse, your partner, significant other, or your husband per se may want to go check out maybe a Cartier watch or a Tag Heuer or the many luxury watches that are available in Central Park. So there's actually a watch store. I don't remember the name of it. I'll put some video in here for you, but they did have a boutique, and they had Cartier, they had fine jewelry, timepieces, and just they had some rare pieces, and then they had brand new pieces. I actually wanted to try on the Panthère, but they did not have the size I wanted, so I had to try, I think it was a bigger one that I had to try, and it was like too big. Again, not that I was going to buy it on the cruise ship, but I wanted, it's a tough job, guys. Somebody's got to do it. So I was going to do some research and looking at the different ones. So I did get to see the different sizes in kind of the silver tone, and then in the gold tone they had the large, and then I think the super small one. But you can go in if you've never tried on a Cartier watch before, or for my VIP clients, they are buying these watches, right? They're in there going, oh my gosh, they have this new one, or they have this vintage one. It's kind of like a floating city, but with a little bit of luxury that they can find there in Central Park, which, by the way, Central Park, if you have not been on one of these ships before, is a vibe. It is like you are outside. We're talking about decks and decks of foliage and flowers and greenery, and it's outdoor in the middle of the ship. So you feel the breeze coming through. On the Star in particular, they have a cutout on one side so you can see part of the ocean coming through, and they have restaurants in this area. They have a Zumi, they have Chops, they have some of this luxury shopping that we're talking about. But my favorite thing is my next bullet point. You guys, they brought a harpist out from 3 to 5 every afternoon. This woman was incredible. I wish I knew her name, but she's busy working, so I can't ask her in the middle of her playing her songs that sound like they literally have come down from heaven to grace your ears. So make time to go see the harpist. I will definitely be telling our VIP clients about this, and it is kind of a fun event. Before they go to dinner, go down to Central Park. They have this great little wine bar called Bubbles. It just feels like you're in France. Grab a little glass of champagne and sit down across from the harpist and listen to her. I sat there for probably an hour because we were just kind of had some time before dinner. My daughter was getting ready in our cabin. I was like, I'm just going to sit here and listen to this lady. It's such a vibe. So definitely check that out. It was very elegant, serene, romantic. It was tucked away from all the hustle and bustle, and I really liked the harpist. So I'm going to tell all my VIP guests about that, and you guys should go too. Now, last but not least, there are lots of different areas to explore on the ship, so I don't have time to go through all of them, but there's this really nice area called the Hideaway. There's also, which is adults only. family. They have an adults only swim up bar, which is really cool. They have the overlook area, which you can feel like you're outside, but it's actually enclosed and has air conditioning, which in those hotter months is for my VIP clients, if they want to get out of the cabin and be somewhere out in the open. There were hardly any people, even though the ship was packed. There was a ton of space, comfy seating. You feel like you're outside, but it's air conditioned. If I was on a 7-night itinerary on the Star, I would be doing my work from the overlook daily. I would be there for a couple hours every day. And it was just really, really nice. Now, they also do have Starbucks on board. But of course, if you're staying at Sweet Life, you can have coffees brought to you. You have a coffee maker in your room, and all that, sky's the limit. But if you're traveling and you're not in Suite class, they have plenty of coffee opportunities if you need to caffeine up. I know I said last but not least, but I have one more thing I want to say. And this may not be exactly a VIP tip, but I will say I'm normally not a show person on cruises, but this particular Star of the Seas theme in their main show is Back to the Future. And so I started with Back to the Future, and guys, this show was so good. If you are a child of like the 80s or 90s and you just know the whole history of Back to the Future and how fun that was. And also I feel like I'm officially old now because they're bringing my childhood onto the cruise ships, but it is what it is. The show was fantastic. I brought my 19-year-old daughter. She was like, I would see this again. It was that good. So I think you will have a great time if you go see the Back to the Future show. The actual creator was there the night we were there, and it was the first night they were doing the show. So I got the honor of sitting in the audience when they were doing that very first show, and it was fantastic. They did such a great job. So definitely do that one. They also have an ice rink on board, and you can go see the show Soul, which was also fantastic. Just visually beautiful. It was fun. They have like these skaters that do these stunts that are just incredible. And also the costuming, when I tell you the costume, like I'm just gonna give you one example. When they came out for one of these numbers, it was kind of like fun and poppy. They had boots over their skates that made the skates look like Converse. And I was done. I'm like, I'm out. This is the cutest thing I have ever seen at an ice show. This is not your mother's ice show. This is not like a Disney on Ice. It's well done. The entertainment on board, and they actually, I know they're proud of the entertainment because they gave us a whole book. It is an entire team that puts this entertainment program together for Royal Caribbean. They did a fantastic job. Now there's another show called Torque, which is where they have kind of like, it's an aqua show. And that one was so competitive to get into, and I did not book fast enough. I got the Back to the Future, which I'm glad that was my number one choice, but I didn't get in fast enough to see Torque, but I heard it was incredible. So if you're going to be on one of these ships, definitely get to the shows. And again, I am not a show person, but if I would literally go back and see those shows again. They were that good on the Star. So hopefully we gave you guys a few VIP vibey things to do as you're exploring Star of the Seas. One more thing, if you guys have been on any of the Icon ships or Royal Caribbean mega ships, are there any VIP things that I'm missing? I would love your feedback, or what do you feel like are the VIP experiences? We also didn't talk about the spa much today, and that is one where I really think you can go crazy with doing some VIP stuff. I did get to go to the spa, and it was fantastic. I will say that. But tell me below what you think are the top VIP moments so we can keep those in mind for our next video too. The Star of the Seas is just fantastic. Like, definitely get out there and explore it for sure. And I want to say true wealth is freedom, health, and joy. Everything else is just sparkle, but we do love the sparkle. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.
Suitcase packed, world on my side, luxury living, joy is my guide.